Get your feet about hip-width distance. And just start to bring yourself into your practice. Start to feel your feet being grounded. Okay? And let's make sure we're standing on all four corners of the feet. So check in with the ball of your foot just under your big toe, and then the outer edge of your heel, the outer heel, the inner heel, and then the ball of your foot just under the pinky toe. All four corners, and feel yourself really in contact with the earth. And then just breathe. All right, let's turn the palms out and start to draw the arms up. Inhale, reach long, and turn your palms out, and exhale. Just start to feel your way through this inhaling and exhaling. Nothing fancy here, just breathing. Gathering energy and releasing what no longer serves you. And one more time, gather energy and release. All right, let's loosen things up here. Shake it out a little bit. And we'll start moving into our spinal health sequence here. So take your legs slightly wider than hip-width distance here. And draw your arms long forward, fingertips touch, elbows back, heart shines up. And long touch, and back. Yeah. Just wake up the spine. Getting ready for a strong finish to the week and maybe lots of wonderful things this weekend. When you come forward next time, hold here, press your palms together, draw your fingertips up to the sky and hands to your heart. And release, shake it out. So we're going to take the legs even wider now and let the knees and hips be soft as we move into earth and sky breath. Rub your hands together, build up a little friction and energy here, okay? And we're just gonna let the knees and hips be soft as we take the right palm up toward the sky, the left palm down toward the earth, and then come back to center, slight bend, and reach up and out to the left and down to the right and in. So we're extending through the side body here, earth and sky breath, and extend. And go back to the right. So the palms face up on the right, face down on the left, and go back to the left. Okay, and now we're going to take it up and hold it. So hold right palm facing sky, left palm facing earth, and take your gaze towards your right fingertips. And see if you can notice a line of energy coming through the arms, in one palm, out the other. And then bring yourself back to center, left arm up, right palm down. And we gaze toward the left fingertips and notice that energy coming all the way through the arms, in and out. Good. And bring your hands together, step together, shake it out. Okay, so we're going to be doing a curtsy lunge to a twist here. So starting on the right leg comes back and the left arm comes across. And then we step out, left leg, right arm. And just side to side like this. So we've got to warm this up first before we start going any deeper with it. Good. And now as the right leg comes back, we might start reaching down toward the earth a little more. Deepen that bend in the front knee and take it to the right, same thing. And just go left and right as feels good to you right now. And now we're going to start drawing the arms up and start to reach up instead of down, just as far as you want. And we probably started to the right, so next time you go left, you'll be even and bring it back to center. All right, let's come back into that mountain pose for just a moment and see how the energy's feeling now. See if you can sense the breath moving and the energy. And we're going to come into a 4-part breath. So once again, the knees and hips will be soft. The feet are slightly wider than hip width distance. Hands come to your heart. Reach fingertips up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, clasp your hands. If they don't want to clasp, just put them on your hips. And open your heart, shine your heart forward. Press your fingertips toward the earth without throwing your head back. Okay, so if your hands are on your hips, you're just taking your elbows toward each other. Okay, and then fold forward as much or as little as you want. And maybe those hands will lift off the spine if the shoulders are ready for that. Release the hands down, float the arms out and up, palms touch, hands come heart center, and we repeat. Inhale up, exhale, hands behind. Shine your heart up and fold. Release the hands and upward salute. Float up, palms touch. Yep, and hands come heart center. Good. If you want to go slower, go slower. We're going to do it 2 more times. If you want to turn it into 1 time, especially enjoying that forward fold, feel free to do that. Inhale up. Exhale, clasp. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, fold. If you're having a super great time here, just stay here as long as you want. Otherwise, release the hands and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come heart center. And 1 more time, it's up. And clasp. Shine the heart and fold, yeah. Woo, and release the hands and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And shake it out. Great. All right, let's come to the back of the mat now and start working our way down to the earth here. So we're going to come into mountain pose, reestablishing connection through the feet, and checking in to see our alignment. Are the hips over the heels, the shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders, and the hands by your side with the palms facing forward. Let's breathe here. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your hip creases. Don't worry about how far down you go. Just keep the legs long. Fold from those hip creases. Bring your hands to your thighs now and shine your heart forward. Now we're going to go back into a little forward fold, just letting the hands roll down the thighs here, down the legs, off the thighs, and back up into that half lift. We're rolling a little bit down, however much you want, and half lift. Notice what you're feeling move here. Roll halfway down and come half lift. Now sink the hips, bring the hands down, and walk forward either into a knee up or knee down plank. And then tuck your toes and bring this to downward facing dog. So come into a comfortable dog here, and then go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Yeah. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. And start to walk your hands back towards your feet. When you get there, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Now bring your hands through heart center and continue all the way down until your hands come to the mat and you walk forward again. Knee up or down plank, it doesn't matter which you did last time, do which one you think is best for you this time. And take yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. And we're just going to simply bring the knees down and sit off to the side. Take the legs forward. Feet flex, seated mountain pose, nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Let's take Dhyana Mudra. So it's left palm face up, right palm rests on top, and thumbs touching. So we're still really in the energy of the new moon. It's beginning to start waxing, so we can draw energy from that. And we also want to set an intention for what's ahead. So take a moment here to think about that. And as you know, if your mind starts to wander, you can press your thumbs together to bring your awareness back to what you're doing. All right, release, shake everything out. Shake those legs out. Okay, we're going to inhale and exhale here. And we're going to start working the core. Yay, it's finally time. Okay, I see that. Let's go ahead and bend the knees, keep the feet to the mat. They're hip width distance apart, and take the arms forward. Okay, so we're sitting up and we're going to extend the right leg and draw ourselves back. Take the left arm up by the left ear and come up. Extend the left leg, take the right arm back, drawing the arm up by the ear and come up, and extend both legs, arms by ears and up. Okay, is that making sense? We all have that? Okay, good. All right, so here we go. We're going to right leg, left arm, take ourselves back. So we're coming back and up, left leg, right arm, back and up, two arms, two legs, and up. And remember, you need to do what's best for you. So if alternating is the better thing for you to do, or maybe coming to your back and extending your leg and your arm overhead, more like a dead bug, that works too. Here we go, we're going to start on the left this time. Left leg, right arm, and up, right leg, left arm, and up, two arms, two legs, and up, left again, left leg, right arm, and up, right leg, left arm, and up, two arms, two legs, and up, and release. Okay, who is finding this more challenging than you might have imagined? Yeah, okay, good. All right, so we're going to keep going. This time we're going to go 2 times right, 2 times left, and come up. Arms are forward. We go back, right leg, left arm, and up, right again, and up, moving left leg, right arm, and up, and left leg, right arm, and up, and release. 2 times, 2 legs, 2 arms. Remember, you might be alternating. That's perfectly fine. Legs and arms, and up, legs and arms, and up. Okay, we're going to start on the left this time. 2 times left, 2 times right. Left leg, right arm, and up. Left leg, right arm, and up. Right leg, left arm, and up. Right leg, left arm, and up. Take a moment here, and 2 arms, 2 legs, and up. One more time, 2 and 2, and up, whoo, and release, whoo. All right, we have a big finish here. We're going to go right 1 time, left 1 time, double 1 time, and then go right into left, right, you know what I'm saying, left, right, and double. Here we go. It's right leg, left arm, and up, left leg, right arm, and up, 2 arms, 2 legs, and up. Left leg, right arm, and up. Right leg, left arm, and up. 2 arms, 2 legs, and up. Ho, and release. All right, so just cross your legs if that's comfortable to you. And just move around, just release. Good, inhale and exhale. Alrighty, so we're going to do the obliques and then we're going to work on opening the hips, okay? So for the obliques, we'll keep the same position, except this time we'll take the hands together and draw back first. And as you come up, take the hands to the right, draw back, hands to the left. And that's our move. Now, as you draw your hands to the right, you can also choose to extend your left leg and in, hands left, extend right leg and in. And just keep going side to side with or without a leg extension, your choice. Keep this simple. We started to the right, so the next time you go left, consider yourself done, and come on up, move around, wiggle around. All right, everybody have a nice strong core for the rest of the day and the weekend. Are we good? Yeah? All right, let's do some hip openers. Okay, so this works best with your legs crossed. If you don't like crossing your legs, wave at me and I'll give you some alternatives. Okay, we're going to lean back, raise the right foot, raise the left foot, cross the right ankle in front, arms overhead, palms forward, and bring your hands down, gazing past your fingertips. Okay, so say good morning to your right hip. Now take the arms and feet up. You can keep your feet down if you want and just cross your ankles like this. Turn your palms forward and bring your hands down, gaze past your fingertips. Let's take it up, switch, and down, up, switch. Left ankle is in front now, so the left hip is getting more action, and down, up, switch, and down. So you can raise your feet as much or as little as you want here. Up, switch, left ankle in front, hands down. This will be our last time at this pace. Right ankle in front and down. And up, left ankle in front and down. And now we get to hold. So take it up, right ankle in front, okay, whether your feet are down or up. Palms are forward, reach, 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 and take it down. All right, now take your gaze past your fingertips. Press your hands into the mat. Inhale, shine your heart forward. And exhale, just move until you feel that right hip getting a nice release. Not until it complains, just let it release. And just send nice, warm, loving breath to the right hip as it releases for you. And now we're going to press the palms into the mat again, shine the heart forward, and walk the hands 2 steps over to the right. When you do that, you feel that length in your left side. Walk those right fingertips away to get some length in your right side also. And keeping that length, walk your hands back through center and 2 steps over to the left. So now we're going to walk the left fingertips forward to get some extra length in the left side. And walk your hands forward. Draw the arms up and the feet. Up or down, whatever you're doing. Left ankle in front. And we come down and hold. Palms to the mat. Gaze past your fingertips. Press your palms into the mat. Shine your heart forward. And move into something that's challenging but okay for the left hip, right? We really want it to release. And then press your palms into the mat again. Walk your hands over to the left. And walk those right fingers forward. Oh, those would be your left fingers, by the way. So, you knew. And walk your hands back center. And over to the right. This time it's the right fingertips that might wiggle forward. And bring your hands back, arms up, feet up, and release and shake it out. All right. So the hips are awake, right? The core is awake. Are we awake? You might think I'm not because I can't tell my right from my left. Let's come to hands and knees. And make sure those arms are nice and strong for all the fun things we love to do with our lives. Take your arms long ahead. Come into knee down, or you can do this with knee up plank. It's a push-up, elbows back, and hips toward heels. And maybe this morning you're like, okay, I'm going to do 2 push-ups for the second one. And hips back. Up to you. And maybe you continue with 2 because you like that, or you go back to 1 because you prefer to do that. And just go forward and back. Knees up is an option. Let's see, knees up, 2 push-ups. Ooh, that's a big challenge. And eventually find your way to child's pose. So with your big toes together and your knees wide apart, your forehead connected to something, whether it's resting on the mat or your hands. Revisit your intention. And float your way up to downward facing dog. Press through the heels so you feel that nice length in the back of the legs here, the whole hamstring, calf. And then take any journey that suits you to get your feet to your hands. Okay? And take a half lift, shine your heart forward. Now fold forward from the hips and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good, and hands come heart center. And release. Let's take a few breaths here. Just see how the energy is moving now. And take a moment to notice, are your feet grounded? Are they starting to automatically come to the 4 corners? How is the posture here? And then if you're not already at the top of your mat, come to the top of your mat. Mountain pose here. All right. Now we're going to move through some very simple sun salutations, and we're going to do 2 sets. So the feet are hip width distance, so it can be a little more meditative as you move through. So let's float the arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, sink the hips down, put the hands down, step back with the right, and just enjoy this lunge for a moment here. Good. Now come into knee up or knee down plank. And a chaturanga. And just a nice gentle cobra to start with. Try not to use the hands, just let the heart lift. Release. And downward facing dog. We're going to spend 3, 4, maybe 5 breaths here in down dog. Good, and then journey your feet to your hands, however you feel like getting there right now. Bring your hands to your thighs, take a half lift, pressing the hips back, Exhale, forward fold. Staying grounded through the four corners of the feet, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come heart center, and we go through heart center, back into forward fold. Half lift. Sink the hips, bring the hands down. Step back with the left leg this time. Enjoy the lunge. And find your way to plank, knees up or down. Your choice always. And chaturanga. Okay, so from here, we're going to change the back bend up, take cobra on ridge top. So bring your hands out from your shoulders, about 12 inches here. Press your fingertips into the mat, shoulders toward the ears, and lift your heart. So we're using the hands a little more this time. And release, hands under the shoulders, and find your way to downward facing dog. Remember, your dog can always be a table. Spend a few breaths. And then journey your feet to your hands. Whatever that looks like for you this time. Good. Great. When you get there, half lift, forward fold. And once again, feet solid. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come heart center. And come into mountain pose. So that was actually one round of sun salutation, right? When you do left and you do right, that's one round. So we're going to do the next round. You can either follow my cues or just go on your own, okay? You've all done this. We're going to go right and then left, all right? So come to the top of your mat, mountain pose. Remember, there's no, mistakes. You're just getting up, down, and then eventually back to the top of your mat. Just make sure you don't rush through your downward facing dog. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Good. Take your half lift. And sink your hips down, hands down. Step back with the right leg for your lunge. And come into your plank, chaturanga. And just keep it nice and simple with the cobra, maybe going a little deeper with the assistance from the hands. And find your way to down dog. Spend 3 to 5 breaths in down dog. And then journey your feet to your hands. And take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. All right, and just keep going. Fold, half lift, hands down, left leg back for the lunge. Good. Just keep going if you know where you're going and how you want to get there. Just keep going. Plank, chaturanga, and do a nice little back bend here. You can cobra, use the hands to go a little deeper into the cobra, down dog. Make sure you spend several breaths enjoying down dog. And when you are ready, you just find your journey, feet to the hands. And bring yourself back up when you're ready. get to the top of your mat, just come back into mountain pose, spine nice and long. And you inhale and exhale. All right, so let's shake things out. And we're going to do a nice soft move called brush hands. So take your legs wide, toes out, and the knees just go down and up. Okay, so there's no folding forward of the spine right here. The arms come up, and with the palms forward, knees out, you just brush your hands down like they're going down a wall, and up, and down, and up. Yeah. So a little rest here, just slow, gentle movement down and up. And the next time your arms are up, just stay here. Turn your right toes to the right. Now you can go down and up without folding the spine forward, or you can reach forward and up. Bend and straighten your right knee. Whichever version you choose to take. Whatever is kindest to your spine right now, yeah. And then come back to center with all 10 toes out. We're going to brush hands 4 times center. And then turn the toes, left toes to the left, and once again, either brush hands straight spine or brush hands folding toward that leg. Whatever's working best for you and your spine right now. And 4. Good, and bring it up. Oh, let's do that a few more times. I don't think we did as many times on the left as we did on the right. One more time here. Good. Bring it up. And this time we'll do 4. 4 center brush hands. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And bring it up and take your legs together and just shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to find ourselves back in mountain pose. That was a lot for the arms. Is anybody else's arms saying that was a lot of work, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to give them a chance to rest here, take mountain pose and breathe. And we're going to start to work on our balance, okay? So we'll do sun and moon today, since we want a nice sunny day and weekend, and the moon is starting to wax, build up strength. So let's bring the hands to the hips here and find a steady spot to gaze at, right? Your drishti. The feet are on all 4 corners of the feet, and the mind is calm as that right heel lifts. Now notice if you did this with your left leg, jutted the hip out, bring that left leg back to nice and strong, and then if that right knee wants to start lifting, experiment with that. Maybe it wants to, maybe it's not ready. Good, and release. All right, so let's go ahead and try that on the left. Left heel up. Once again, keeping the right leg strong. Gaze steady, mind calm, and maybe that left knee is going to float up. And release, shake it out. Okay, so a lot of you know sun and moon. You're going to go right knee, left arm if you want, or you can stay with me, do it in stages. Here we go, right knee, yeah, left arm, sun and moon. And release. Left knee, right arm. And release. Let's take this into a little motion here. So we're going to go right knee, left arm, and then tap down, bring the elbow down, bring it back up. Tap down, bring the elbow down, bring it back up. Tap, up, and hold. Yes, and release. All right, let's try that on the other side. Left knee, right arm. Tap and up. Tap, down, and up, and 2 more. And up and hold. All right, and release, shake it out. Okay, so take a minute. You know the drill. If you have one side that's fussier this morning, play with that side for a minute. Doesn't mean you have to hold your balance on that side for a minute. Just play on that one side. If you want to do both sides, I'll tell you when we're halfway through the minute. Okay, so just play with your balance. I'll tell you when 30 seconds is up. All right, that's halfway, so if you're switching sides, switch. If you're staying on the same side, keep working with your more challenging side. And 3, 2, 1, release. Now just come back to mountain pose, close your eyes and just get that sense of balance, whatever's happening in your body right now. Just breathe into it. All right, and release. Okay, so we're going to work on eagle arms and we're also going to work on the legs. So the arms, as the way we warm them up is we come to gate post arms and then draw the forearms toward each other. Now maybe they touch, maybe they don't, right? This is between you and your shoulders and the arms open back up. And then we go back, forearms toward each other and open. Now bring your hands to your hips and the legs. Step to the right, bend that right knee, extend through that left inner thigh. And step left, extend, and in, step right, and in, step left, and in. So we're going to put those two things together, arms out, and we're going to bring the forearms toward each other, and as you step to the right, open your arms, bring it in, step left, open arms. Bring it in, step right, and in, step left, yes, step right, and in, step left, and in, one more, step right, and in, and step left, and in, and shake things out. All right, so eagle arms is big, big on the shoulders. We were just doing that. Let's release the shoulders first with some nice big shoulder rolls. So take your arms forward, up, back, and around. Release. Make sure the shoulders are nice and juicy, and then reverse those circles. Just big shoulder circles here. All right, so for eagle arms, we either start here and bring the forearms together. That may be enough for some people. Or take your arms straight, draw your right arm across the body, cross your left elbow over your right, and wrap the arms, okay? So you can do this, or you can go back to what we were doing earlier. Breathe and release. Arms are long again. Left arm comes across, right elbow on top of left, and we wrap. And release and shake it out. So we're going to use that in our warrior two. So come to wide legs, right toes out to the right, left foot in at an angle, and the right knee bends, knee over ankle. Shoulders over hips here, right? And arms are long. Inhale and exhale. So now we're going to start drawing the left arm across, left elbow under right, wrap the arms. We're in eagle arms here. And we're going to lean back into kind of a reverse warrior, but not as deep as we usually go because the arms are like this. And then take that right shoulder toward the right knee, humble warrior. And bring it back up and maybe tilt back a little bit and back into humble warrior. Good. Bring it up, release the arms, hands to hips. Okay, and let's change the position of the feet. So the left toes are forward, right foot's at an angle, left knee is over the left ankle. Now, when you're square on the ball of your foot, that left knee is going to go through the center of your foot, just where we want it, right? If you're not square, then your knee is either going to bump in, which we really don't want, or bump out. So get square on the ball of your foot and the knee will go where you want it to. Okay, arms are out. Inhale and exhale here. Now take that right hand across, right arm across, right arm under, left, wrap, lean back into reverse warrior, and then take your left shoulder toward your left knee, humble warrior here. And bring it up and back, and take it back. Fun fact, many people call this exalted warrior, so it's interesting. We're going from exalted warrior, and now back into humble warrior. There you go. Bring it up, come back to warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips, turn all 10 toes forward, and go ahead and release into whatever kind of forward fold feels good to you. You might bend your knees here. You might decide to sway side to side. Okay, just move around in your forward fold if you want, or keep a nice straight long forward fold if you like that right now. Just move around. And don't forget the head and neck, nodding yes and no. And quieting all the movement, draw your hands up to your hips, straighten your legs, come halfway up, take a breath, and then press yourself the rest of the way up. All right, now we're going to find a way to get the feet back together. So shake, either heel toe your feet together or hop them together. Come into mountain pose and just let the body settle down as you review your intention and where everything is starting to go now. And let's just move around freely. Make sure that the body has got anything it needs, any kind of movement that's releasing, feeling good to you. Look around, see if there's something you want for final relaxation. Just have that nearby. All right. Does everybody have a block nearby? If you have a block, just have it nearby. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it, okay? We're just going to use it for legs up the wall, but it's not mandatory, and some people don't even like that. Okay, so let's come to the top of the mat here. Find mountain pose, 4 corners of the feet. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Don't worry about how far down the hands go. And hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward. Sink the hips down, hands down, and step back to down dog. Now you can always just bring this straight into a table if you want. Inhale and exhale. If you're in dog, bring your big toes together and take the knees to one side, hips to the other. If you're in table, wiggle your hips side to side. Okay, let's bring the knees down and sit off to the side, finding seated mountain pose. Okay, we began with Dhyana Mudra, so let's take that again. The left palm face up, right palm rests on top, thumbs are touching. And just bring your focus to what's happening right now for you. And then release, shake everything out. And we'll take a couple of nice soft forward folds. So gently bring the arms up and gently melt forward. Just anything releasing here, yes. And roll your hands up your legs. And one more time. Arms up. And gentle fold. And bring it up. We're going to bend the knees. Have that block if you've got one and want to use one. Have it nearby. We don't need it quite yet. All right, so we're all the way down with the knees bent, feet to the mat. Let the knees gently open and close, little butterfly wings here. We're going to extend both arms and both legs. Bring just the right leg in. Let that left knee bend if it wants to. We're holding on to the right leg here. Take your left arm out by your side. Hold the right leg at the shin or the hamstring. And let the leg open out to the right and back to center. Now take your left hand outside your right leg, right arm out to your side, and let your knee come just past the belly button. And then over to the side, all the way over to your left side. And then as you come back to center, draw your right ankle across your left thigh, draw your right shin in towards you, and let those hips move around. Come back to center and take your left leg up, point and flex. And circle one direction and the other. And release, unwind. Let your knees open and close. Extend both arms and both legs. This time take the left leg in, hold. And then take your right arm out to the side. Left hand holds the left leg as it goes out to the left and back to center. Take your right hand to your left leg, extend your left arm out to the side, and take that left knee just past the belly button. Feel that release there. And then let the left knee come more to the right. That right hip will lift, but the left shoulder stays on the mat. And as you come back to center, draw your left ankle across your right thigh. Bring the left shin in and move around. come back to center, take the right leg up and point and flex that right foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. Release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. All right, now either grab your block if you're using it or not, that's fine too. If you want to use a block for Viparita Karate, legs up the wall, just lift your hips and slide the block under it. Okay, otherwise your hips are still on the mat, and that's fine too. Okay, and we're going to raise the right leg and left leg with the knees bent. Stay here for a moment, see how this feels. If this doesn't feel right already, bring your feet down. If it feels okay, straighten your legs and see how that feels. If that doesn't feel right, then go back to knees or just keep your feet down. So with our feet higher than our heart and our heart higher than our head, we're going to try and breathe into the toes. So just think about it as you inhale. Send your breath into the toes. The opposite, it's going into the toes, but it's going also against gravity, which is what makes this a little interesting. And then go ahead and bring your feet down to the mat and just lift off your block, slide it out from under you, and just let your spine be at rest. There's no movement to the spine right now. Hands are down by your side. Extend and wiggle your fingers into a gentle fist. Extend and wiggle. And keep going. Give those hands a little action. And then rotate your wrists one direction and the other. Hands down by your side, and we're going to turn the head from side to side. Just think about the neck, how it's feeling. And come back to center. We're going to extend the arms and legs one last time. Draw both knees in and come into a nice, simple Apanasana, wind-removing pose. Okay, so try not to arch your back so much, right, or round your back. Just let the knees be a little away from you so the spine can just be at rest in this beautiful pose here. And then release and bring your feet down to the mat and check in with your body, scan your body, see if it needs any particular movement that you haven't taken yet or that it wants to take again. As you start to realign everything, make sure that you are going to be able to come into a nice, comfortable position for final relaxation. It's so important, final relaxation, where we let the body absorb all the benefits of the practice that we just did. Okay, so start to position yourself what feels good to you in final relaxation. Is it knees bent, legs straight? Maybe you're near a chair and you want to rest your calves on the chair for final relaxation, or a bed, or legs on a wall. Okay, so come into your comfortable final relaxation position. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth as you let your body just melt onto the earth and let the earth support you. You're in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next breath, extend the arms overhead, legs long. And as you exhale, draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.